Yo, what's up? In this video, I'm just gonna talk for a while. I highly doubt it's gonna be that long because unlike yesterday, I'm not restless. I'm not restless today. Um, after I got out the thing yesterday, I looked at that. It was over 4 hours. I don't think that's gonna happen again. At least not for a while, and at least not during the work week. So I woke up, with the intentions of going to the gym. I woke up naturally at um at 7:30, and is it public? I woke up naturally at like 7:30 something, but I had a massive headache. I'm talking about this headache was the worst. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna go to the gym. So I took some Dayquil, and I went, you know, put on my clothes and stuff, and sat around, but my head still was hurting. And like 8 o'clock hit, so I was like, well, I'm gonna go around 8:30, and 9 o'clock. No, it ain't get 9 o'clock. By 8:15 or whatever hit, and I was like, man, I can't go to the gym. So I couldn't go. My head was killing me. I think because the lack of sleep. And so cause after which I went to sleep probably like 30 minutes after I left the thing yesterday. Well, he's not the goat. And so by 8:15 I was like, man, I can't go to the gym in this condition. So I took some NyQuil, you know, cause I had to lay down, man. I was sick. And so I took some NyQuil by 8:15, and about before 9 I was asleep, and I ain't wake up till about 12. It was after 12. No, it was like around 1 o'clock uh when I woke up. And like I said in the other video, I rarely wake up. I rarely go to sleep. Well, let me rephrase that. I rarely sleep in that late. you know it usually be like around 9 or something like that. But it been a while since I slept in, and I woke up, it was 1 o'clock. And I felt a little better, but still not better enough to go to the gym. And so I just took this as a loss. So I didn't go today. So I went to the grocery store and got some stuff. What did I get? Um some bottled water, and I think a Gatorade. And I made some lunch. And then I got home back home around 3, and I went on to sleep, you know. And then I woke up around 4, so I'll be in and out all day, you know. So yeah, I know. But other than that, I ain't go nowhere to the grocery store. I tried to hit up some of my friends, and to see what all they up to. And it's so hot down here. It's like 93 degrees, and nobody really want to go out, like get out and about or whatever. And so so everybody was pretty much in their house. I called some more people. They was They ain't really had nothing planned, cause it was so hot. And then it's like 8 o'clock now here, 8 p.m. here, and so I did decide not to go anywhere. I feel a little bit under the weather, so you know, I think because of the lack of sleep I had yesterday, I definitely gonna take some more NyQuil when I get off here, so I could go on to sleep. It seems like NyQuil works for me with different stuff. When I have like headaches sometimes, especially at night or when I'm going to sleep, or if I'm like today, I'm not at work. I take NyQuil in the day so I could go on to sleep, take a nap, and wake up, and I feel fine. But I was meaning to get a checkup. I usually get a checkup like once a year, or I skip a year and get a checkup. But I know the doctor's been busy with all this going on. But I'm still, due for a checkup. Just to make sure everything is fine. I feel fine. And I rarely get sick. Like as far as sick is staying home. But I did have the flu. Like within 10 years, I think I had the flu probably like twice. You know, I was at my old job when I had it the first time, like in 2011 or 12. No, no, no. I was staying here, so it had to be like 2014 or something when I had got the flu. And I don't think I had it here, cause I don't remember missing consecutive days back to back when I'm working here at my current job. So you know, probably once or twice within 10 years, I had flu, and the flu sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't taste anything. At least when it happened to me, you can't taste anything. You gotta drink orange juice. And my mom, mom's concerned, so they all calling and coming over and stuff. Oh, I need to see, and all of that. So I gotta be bothered by her every day, her calling and stuff like that. You need to go to the doctor. I'm coming over. She brings stuff. It's the mother. So I'm glad somebody. Uh, what I mean when I say they aggravating, but it not in a bad way and all of that. So I didn't tell her that I was feeling bad today because she was gonna call me every hour saying you need to go to the doctor. You need to go to the doctor. You know, or whatever. Yeah, I saw that in the early '90s. I saw it. The Robin Williams skit they turned into a cartoon, and as far as being sick, I'm feeling fine. Like I don't get sick regularly, but sometimes I do get headaches. So I need to go to the doctor and see about that. Like, but not multiple times a month, probably like once a month I wake up with a headache. Now, I don't know it due to eating certain things before bed, because it usually happen um, when I wake up in the morning, you know, if it does happen. Like if I eat, like, I ain't really tied down to like if I eat something. Because usually like when I do eat desserts, it usually be at night. You know what I'm saying? Not during the day. Like it'll be my last quote unquote meal of the day. I don't know if that induce headaches. Cause I remember in 2016, um, I was I got into iced coffee. Cause growing up and stuff, I ain't never had any coffee and stuff. And even as an adult, I ain't never had any. Was a coffee person. But around 2016, that was around the time that they had Dunkin' Donuts, down here. You know, I never had iced coffee, so I had something. I like it. You know, and yeah, I'm feeling better than I did this morning. But you know, I'm like, I don't know, 70%. I appreciate it though. And so in 2016, you know, I started getting a iced coffee kick, you know, and so I bought some, you know, some store bought iced coffee, Starbucks. And then, you know, I bought cream, you know, the little flavor cream or whatever. Bobby Fields. I heard of that. Um, Let me see if it's the same person. The same uh Bobby Fields. Oh no, it's something different. But I heard of I ain't never heard of Bobby Fields. And but you know, like during that time, cause I just started working here where I'm working at now. So this was like around September, October, September. So you know, like a couple of months since I started working here, you know, I decided to treat myself. So I bought it like a 50-inch TV. And around that time, after I bought the TV, you know, I started to get massive migraines, you know, and I thought it was the TV because of the color and everything. Cause it started to happen around the same time. No, I never heard of them. And you know, it started to happen around the same time. I was getting massive migraines like every day, you know. And so I went to the doctor, and I thought it was the TV. So I turned the brightness down and all this other stuff, you know. And I thought my eyes, you know, adjusting to the bright color or something. And so I went to the eye doctor, and after the test, you know, they did tests and stuff. They said everything fine, you know. Um, you know, I told them what it was. I was like, well, I'm just trying to, you know, process the elimination to see what it is. Like, I get like massive headaches, like migraines during the day. And then so we did an eye test, and they said, "Well, ain't your eyes." So then, you know, I did have my checkup, and I told them, and they ran tests and stuff. They said everything fine from their end. And so, you know, long story short, it was I conclude. Now I'm not a doctor, but I concluded that it was the Starbucks iced coffee. You know, cause you know it come into the container, and once that ran out, you know, uh, it just stopped happening. You know, I stopped getting migraines and stuff. So I just put two and two together that it was that. Now another brand of iced coffee I was using, was drinking. You know, I wasn't drinking it all day. I drink just like a cup, like literally like 8 ounces or something like that, or a mug, you know, regular mug full of coffee. And so it wasn't a lot. But after that, like I was using Scroats. I think that's what it called, Stoats. I was using that. You know, I was drinking that when you know, first, and then they had a sale at Publix for Starbucks, two for $5 or something. So I got that when I ran out of Stoats. And so I just put two and two together that it was the Starbucks coffee that was doing that, that was inducing these headaches. Cause I went back to Stoats, and I ain't have headaches after I drink it. Like if I drink it that morning, I don't have headaches during the day or whatever, you know. So I just stay away from Starbucks stuff, you know. I just you know concluded it was that. Like when I found out I was allergic to pistachios, and I still didn't have the, you know, you get a test to see what you're allergic. I still didn't go to the doctor for. I just concluded it was that because every time I eat pistachio, 30 minutes later, I feel like I was about to choke, like something in my throat, be coughing and stuff, you know. So I just concluded the pistachios. And then I switched back to almonds, and I ain't, never had that problem. And then as a test, like after I ate a couple of almonds, like around the time I eat my pistachios, I went back to pistachios at one time just to see, and then I started coughing this stuff again, like within 30 minutes to an hour afterwards. So I just concluded that, me and the pistachio just don't go well together, and I just stopped. But yeah, I had a massive headache this morning. I got up around 7:30, and I'm gonna go to the gym. My head was killing me. I took some Dayquil, and I sat around for about 30 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes. And I said, man, I can't go to the gym. So I took some NyQuil, and I went back to sleep. And I was knocked out before 9. And when I woke up, it was like after 1 o'clock, you know. And my headache, I didn't have a bad headache at that point, but I still didn't feel 100%. So I went to the grocery store and got some stuff. I try to call some people and see what they up to. They, everybody was in the house because it was like 90 some degrees, 93 degrees last I saw, around that time. So I just lounged around the house all day, took little cat naps and stuff. So, I'm gonna take some NyQuil after I get off here, and I ain't gonna do that long podcast. At least not anytime soon again, But yeah. So ain't really nothing been going on really. Like I played the game. Like I'm done with the Switch for now. The game I was playing with, I beat when I woke up and got some food and stuff and cooked some food or whatever. So I'm back on the PlayStation 4 now. I'm trying to think, should I start Red Dead again or play Borderlands 3? I'm leaning toward Red Dead because I had that for a long, since last year, like or since spring last year or something like that. So I might just, erase the save file because it's been like over a year since I played it and just start over. Because I'm not a person that play multiple games at the same time. Of course, yeah, of course. On the Super Nintendo and the arcade. And I'm not a person that can play multiple games at the same time. Cause I usually play one player game and they mostly story driven. So if it's a game with a story, I just focus on that game till I'm done with it. Because if I start playing another game with it, I lose track of it. Then I end up, not playing it over a year or whatever. And I forget what happened and how to play it. You know, and I end up having to start over. So I just focus on one at one time, you know. And I ain't really hear nothing else about the NBA. They supposed to start playing at the end of next month, and you know, I know the LeBron lovers they scared because what Dame Lillard said. So they got their hands and knees praying that Memphis will maintain the A seed, And I looked on Facebook a little bit. Like as far as the Facebook, I get on there. I got one, but I usually don't be posting like I used to post. Like that. I never was like a chronic poster, like post all throughout the day. It used to be like once a day or once a week, probably 2 times a week or something, you know. And as you can see me yawning, not I'm not restless like I was yesterday. So, I ain't gonna be on there that long this time. Probably like it's 8:30 now. Probably by 9 o'clock I'm gonna get off and turn over and go to sleep. And but Like I said, man, video games, I can't be a gamer because, life get in the way with work and, other stuff. But, when I'm bored or it raining or something like that, or it's too hot or cold to go out or whatever, or is it, storming outside, what going on? Like, I get on that game. So, um, and then another, to get sidetracked. Like, I think I mentioned that somebody broke into my car like about 3 years ago. Um, and so I didn't know anything about rent. I knew about renter insurance, but I ain't really care about it. So, um, I've been staying in this apartment at that time for 4 years, and I would think, when they broke in my car, they got my iPod Touch, and that's the only thing really of significance they got out of the car. And so I was like, man, I need to protect my stuff, man. So I started looking at rental insurance, cause the the landlords ain't responsible if somebody break in your house. And I understand why, because anybody could set up a scam, to say they stuff got stolen. And I think some renters, um, rentees or whatever, they have you could opt in to renter insurance or something, but it ain't nothing like that where I rent from. So I started, I looked at rental insurance through my car insurance place. They got a thing that you can renter insurance. So I started guesstimating like what everything costs in the house, cause I'd be pissed if the stuff I work for is anybody could just break in the house and get it, and I can't, and I gotta buy everything over again. You know, so I started guesstimating what all that I got. Let's just say they get everything in the house. So I estimated like it'll be like around close to $15,000. You I'm putting in the refrigerator and everything too. I know they probably ain't gonna get all that, but I'm just saying the TV, I got a MacBook, I got a computer, the systems, um, the bed, so I was thinking I guesstimate like probably under 15, like $13,000. But when you select the rental insurance, they got like a set a range or whatever. So they say put what you think, and I put on between 15 to 17,000. I rather get it over than exactly to the T. You know what I'm saying? So so I opt into it. So, but the only thing, it's a good thing because I only pay like $140 a month, not a month, $140 a year for my rental insurance. Now I don't know if because I'm with the car insurance company they take some off, but it's like under 150, like 140 something. So I just paid it in full. And I gotta pay every February. I said, yeah, it's best to get this. I should have been had that. I mean, of course you're gonna be mad that your stuff got stolen, but at least with that you could at least get your stuff back. Even if you gotta buy everything again. So I opted into that 3 years ago. And it'd be like 140 something. And it cover like around a little over $15,000 worth of stuff. You know, if something happened like natural disasters and stuff like that, it still cover that. So I'm thankful that it didn't cost that much. And well, I'm sleepy. I took NyQuil in the day, at 8:30. And and just been laying down watching TV and whatnot. And I played the game probably like 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes. and I beat the game on Switch that I was playing. So I'm back on PlayStation. So I turned that on to see if there any updates and stuff since I ain't turned it on in a little over a month, almost a month rather, And so tomorrow morning, or if I go to sleep, because I look like I'm drifting out of sleep now. So if I wake up in the middle of the night again, you know, um, I could just turn on TV. Yeah, I got a TV in my bedroom, but I don't have any consoles to the connected to the TV. I was thinking about bringing my Super Nintendo Mini and just have it in here. I bought some extensions to the controllers so it could go like 10 feet extra, you know. So I could lay in the bed with my TV position. I could lay in the bed and just play the game, laying in the bed from the TV. But I'll move that probably another day. And yeah, but yeah, I appreciate for the people who was on with me. I don't know if it was nighttime where y'all was at, but it was nighttime. It was deep into the night where I was at, you know. So like I was saying, the PS5 is coming out the Xbox. My other friend, he a Xbox guy, so he looking forward to that. He saw the PlayStation 1 too, but he looking forward in the Xbox. And unless I hear about it, I'm really ain't looking out for it, the conference to see what all it go contain. Cause knowing me, I'm probably gonna get it not at launch. I'm probably gonna get a couple years later, like they make a revision, like they seem to do with the systems, and the other system be like on sale on Black Friday or something. I'll probably end up getting it. Then again, I might not, cause I had the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. I ain't really play it other than like the first initial months, and it just sat down in the TV stand collecting dust, So I might not get an Xbox period this time around, but things change. I heard more people talking about defunding the police today, which I don't agree with. Just change stuff within the police department. Like a lot of stuff that I wish I don't like, but I don't want to get rid of. Just change it. Just change how they operate or whatever. Because the only people saying this are rich people that go afford their own security. I mean, the average Joe can't afford their security, and then somebody said to my let the community decide. I said, well, that ain't gonna work because biases and they like what like your definition of murder might not be the same definition that I hold. Or for example, of petty theft. Well, let's use something less intense than murder. Your definition of petty theft may not be the same as my definition of petty theft. So who's going to decide what is petty theft if it's not the police, or something like that? And where do the criminal go if I catch somebody breaking in my house? Like, do I arrest them or do the community arrest them? Then if that's the case, are they gonna have jails? Or the people saying that don't really think this stuff through. They just blur out stuff, or they so rich that either they fund it or defund it. It's not gonna bother them because they so rich and secluded that it's not gonna, fit them either way. Because I can't believe normal, regular people saying defund the police. They mad about that. That's fine, but don't start thinking, making crazy, stupid decisions off that. Off emotions. Even George Floyd, them brother, They was on the show. They ain't say, they brought up the interviewer brought up the defund the police. They ain't even for that. They ain't a voice it whatever they say goes. But I'm just saying, his brother just got killed due to the police, and he don't want to defund the police. That's the point I'm making. He was like, well, they need to change, how they do stuff and stuff like that. That pretty much he was saying. That's what I agree with. Not just eliminating the police department altogether. Cause what's to stop people saying, well, the ambulance, stop the ambulance, stop the firemen, you know, stop pet control, you know, it's just a mob of people and a vocal minority, I believe, of people that saying these things. And the sad thing about it is companies and stuff, they do so try to appease the a small percentage of people who raising saying about different stuff. That's what I don't understand. You know, like Domino's then they gave a compliment to that press secretary 8 years ago. She wasn't even working with them then, and then instead of the people got mad, the SJWs and the white liberals. I don't got nothing against white people, but these be the main ones that really be behind a lot of this stuff though. You know, they were raising saying and Domino, they said, well, it really ain't no big deal. We gave a customer, we thanked the customer 8 years ago. What's the big deal? That 2020, what's going on? So, what's the big deal? And I was a company. I said, well, don't buy it. If you think what I do is problematic, don't buy it. Because guess what? The people who's raising saying they don't buy it anyway. Because they were buying it, they would have had a problem with that with whatever they have a problem with years ago. If they were buying the product, like like for example, they had a chicken plate. If they had a chicken plate called Sambo, they won't have that called no Sambo chicken, but let's just say they had something called Sambo chicken. That's the name of the place. Now, me personally, I wouldn't even go in there to eat. But at the same time, I don't care if it open or closed. I'm not going in there. If you want to go in there, hey, that's more power to you. But I ain't gonna have no signs and stuff. Cause at the end of the day, I really don't care if it stay open or closed. I'm not ever going in there. That's my mentality when it comes to stuff like that. And in a statue, if the statue thing, if you got a problem with the statue, just ignore it. Don't have an inanimate object sleep in your mind for free. Okay. I don't care about about those statues like that. If I'm offended about the statue, I just won't go down the area where the statue is. That's all to it. Because I'm sure some people get enjoyment by going to the statue. Either learn by history or some other stuff. So if I don't like the statue, I just ain't gonna go. If the statue down Main Street, I just won't go to that area around Main Street. And if I have to go, I just ignore the statue. It's a lot of stuff that people don't like in this world. I just choose to ignore it. Because it ain't affecting my life. That statue ain't affecting my life. A Confederate flag ain't affecting my life. Would I wear a Confederate flag? No. But at the end of the day, if they want to do it, go well. You don't have to be their friends for the people who have it on their cars and stuff. Just don't fool with them in that way. Cause I see people driving around with Confederate flag on license. The little the tags in the front of their car, or a sticker or a flag. I just look at him and just keep driving, you know. I said, well, he ain't stopping me from going where I need to go and doing what I need to do, you know. Cause heading back from my old job when I was commuting, it was a house. He got a Confederate flag and like it had to be like a couple of 100 feet on a pole, you know, in his yard. I look at it every day and just keep driving, you know. Yeah, I just ignore it, you know, because the dude down the highway, when I head home when I was commuting, you know, would I have it in my yard? No, you know, but there's nothing I could do about it, and it ain't affecting my life. So I just drive by it and just don't look at it. You know, you see it when you're driving down the highway, but you know, you don't have to. I'm not gonna get out the car and stand there and scream at the man. I just ignore it. I ain't gonna give him that satisfaction. If I'm well, I just don't get offended easily by little petty things like, you know, statues and flags. I just ignore it. Okay, if this restaurant got a racist owner, I just won't go there and eat. Okay, I'm not fit to sit down and cry about it. You know, cause at the end of the day, he still go think the way he think. You know, so it was a couple of like a story a couple of years ago about a married couple. The man refused to make them a cake because they were homosexuals or whatever, and they went on the court and stuff like that. I think the cake man won. And I was like, well, why would you want to go there? Why you want to go through all this length to force the man to do it? First of all, he don't like y'all, so and whatever for whatever reason he have. And so soon you heard that, you should just went on to somewhere else. And then tell your other friends or whatever and say, look man, this guy don't you know, he don't make cakes for homosexual weddings or whatever. And then the man will lose business through the gay people. So that'll do some damage to him then going through all of this, you know. Cause if I went to the cake place and say, hey, I want a cake for my wife, and he said, well, we don't do cake for black people, I just leave. I tell other people about it. I said, man, the man said, and I find it funny, really. And I said, man, the man said he don't cook cake for black people. So I just walked down the left, you know, and then the word to get around and they'll start losing business and stuff. Not by me forcing them to close down, but word of mouth, you know. Yeah, you don't never know what's in their heart. They'll just do it because they just gotta tolerate it, you know. And you know, the cake man said, well, we don't cook cake for make cake for black people. I just leave, you know. And I tell, you know, like they say, man, why you make the cake? Why you get the cake? I said, man, this guy said he don't make. I find it funny. I said, this man said he don't make cake for black people, you know. And then that'll be the end of my involvement with that business. I just won't go in there anymore. But going to getting a mob and stuff to burn down the place and all that, I ain't with all that. You know, I just won't go there. And I tell other people that he don't. I wouldn't go to that place if I were you, because he told me he don't make cake for black people, and that's as far as I go. You know, I won't go to no court and try to force the man to make a cake because he ain't gonna want to do it. And why I want to go there and the person don't want to do it and don't like me anyway? You know, openly don't like me. That's just crazy. You know. And then what's his name? Avery said, it's a lot of people that just front on Twitter and all of that. Oh, I'm not gonna vote for this person. I'm not for this. And behind closed doors, they for it. You know, I made the example the other day. Oh, I'm not gonna vote for this candidate. You know, and be the main one raising sand. And soon they get in that booth, they vote for them. You know, cause we don't know who they vote for. They could tell us anything. You know. So they know, let's just say for Trump, for example, them same people on the news and stuff, they rich and everything, you know. So these same people who be on the news and talk about that man every day, all day, you know, every day. You know, he the president, so you know he gonna get covered every day, I guess. But you know, they bash your man every day for stuff he ain't even do or say sometimes. And these same people, when election time come, they go in there and vote for him. You know, we don't know. You know, 'cause it's good for business for them to, well, in their business, I guess, to bash the man. You know, but in when election time, they go put Trump as the they go vote for him. You know, yeah, I was like I wasn't sleep at all, Rob, and you know, and then also I was the going back and forth with the LeBron lover, masquerading. He talking about, I'm LeBron James. I'm really LeBron James. You know, he's not LeBron James, by the way. So I just started playing, you know, going along with it, asking him questions about why he quit, why he followed Wade, why you know, do he get hunted like he said he does? When he live in his mansion, you know, I would ask him stupid questions like that. You know, so you know, I was just asking him questions. You know, and then I wasn't sleepy. I don't know really between that. I don't know who would win between those two teams. Yes, I was just debating did LeBron lover. See, this how far LeBron lovers go. They actually pretend they him. I'm LeBron James. You know, he was using I did this, we did this, you know, a LeBron lover. That's how delusional they are. You know, delusional LeBron lovers. You know, I ain't seen nobody yet. I'm Michael Jordan. Address me as Michael Jordan. I did this. I shot this. I passed the ball to this. That's what he was saying. Look at it. You know, a LeBron lover. You know, I like players and stuff, but I'll go in the chat. I'm Brett Favre. I threw this touchdown. I did this. I did that. That's what he was saying. You know, in the thing. I did this. I'm Brett Favre. Address me as Brett Favre. You know, I live in Brentwood or something he said yesterday. I stay in Brentwood. My house got vandalized. You know, I left for LA. I. You know, I said, but these LeBron level, but they, you know, they so they so delusional for this role player that they embodies LeBron, Scottie Pippen, Jay, and go around saying that they actually the role player. You know, I'm 6'8". You remember he said I'm 6'8". You know, I'm this, I'm that. You know, no, a good way you ain't know. I was about to say, you know, boy, you ain't no GD LeBron, Scottie Pippen, James. You know, stop the nonsense. Oh, he LeBron James. He named this thing on the chat. LeBron James. I'm LeBron. You know, that was the craziest. You know, that's how delusional these LeBron lovers are. You know, even the Dallas fans ain't that delusional. You know, in my Dallas bashing video, you know, you get some Dallas fans. Oh, Dallas good. Dallas could play, but you don't see nobody call Emmitt Smith. I'm Emmitt Smith. I won 3 Super Bowls. I was on the team. I rushed for this many yards. Nobody couldn't stop me. You know. Yeah, he stole that from me, LeBron lovers. Because I coined that, okay? Yeah, like that first year when he went to Miami, I coined LeBron lovers. You know. Yeah, I am. If the season ever started, you know, I got back in the mood of making videos again. You know, when I do make the NFL, they ain't gonna be as long as these. They gonna be like a standard length video. You know, cause I got like vloggers block last year really. So I was doing something every now and then. You know, but I wasn't doing one every week or whatnot. It'd be like a month and weeks. But look like I got, you know, the mood of making videos again. So I started making some. You know, I'm Emmitt Smith. I'm Michael Irvin. Don't talk about my team. I worked hard to play. That's how that LeBron guy yesterday was talking. You know, delusional. You know, I wonder what he do outside of the thing. He probably think he LeBron James for real. You know, cause I was talking about you know how LeBron James crapped on their fans saying that you gotta go back to your regular life. I get to live my life. He started answering the LeBron level started answering like he was LeBron and telling me what he meant and all that. I said, but this got delusional. I said, boy, you need to start smoking that reefer or something. You know, that's one of the reasons why I don't smoke. You know. I'm a LeBron lover, but I conversate, you know, something you say I don't like, you know, you speak the truth. You know, I just talk about what I see, you know, with LeBron. Yeah, I guess he's practicing. You know, they need to practice because you know LeBron, Scottie Pippen, James. If Dame, I finna say Dame Dash. If Dame Lillard, go to the player, it's over for LeBron. Cause Dame Lillard said he ain't letting up and he ain't scared of them, and they go beat him, and I can't wait. You know, I can't wait. Oh, cause I was gonna cause I rode around like after I left the grocery store today. Uh, I went to the courts, but you know most of the outside courts out here is like there isn't like trees and stuff where the courts at. Some got trees, but not the ones closer to where I stay. It like out in the open and around 2 o'clock. You know the sun was beaming. It was like 93 degrees. So I know nobody wasn't out there. Now they'll usually be out there around 6:30, 6 o'clock. You know. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess that was practicing because LeBron love that delusional they are. You know, Kendrick Perkins, I'm a LeBron lover. You know, showing that picture yesterday. I guess it was yesterday or the day before on Twitter. I've been a LeBron lover since we were teenagers. You know, which is crazy. You know, he was right there. You didn't know that. Well, he ain't great now, but let's just go along. You didn't know he was gonna be great then. You know, but you took a picture. You say you probably got that picture hanging up in your house, Kendrick Perkins. You know, because I got pictures, you know, where my mom got them and stuff like that. I got pictures when I was young and stuff with friends and different people. You know, yeah, Shannon Sharp. Yeah, he is the ultimate LeBron lover. He admitted. He said he is better than Jordan, which isn't true. You know, he better than Jordan. He the best player in the league. All of this isn't true, by the way. You know, and he got all them jerseys and he wear a goat mask and all this other stuff. You know, when they talk about John Elway, why he don't wear the goat mask? That's his boy, John Elway. I want to do he wear a goat mask when they talk about him. You know, he don't wear a goat mask for him. He played with the man. I don't think John Elway the GOAT quarterback, but I'm just saying. He got tired, you know. He forever connected with John Elway and Terrell Davis. But he don't wear a GOAT mask for them. He'll wear a GOAT mask when they talk about LeBron James. You know. So, um, wearing a GOAT mask and a jersey and like Steel Dreamer say he was a goat man with a black and mild. Talking something LeBron James goat James, you know. They're just crazy. Oh, and Kenny Perk, he got that picture. He probably got a shrine of that role player. You know, he rich, so he got a big house or whatever. He probably got a room to this the man cave. And the man cave, nothing but pictures of that role player. And that big picture when he and that role player was on the high school team. He got that in the center of the shrine. You know, with incense and candles and all this other stuff. You know, of that role player. Thompson, he the best athlete ever. What kind of mess is that to say? You know, you could tell he get paid by LeBron. This is peer. This ain't like Charles Barkley. You know, Charles Barkley did play when the role player was playing. If he say LeBron is the best athlete or something like that, well, you ain't gonna see nobody they peers to say something like that. You know, when they talk about Michael Jordan, you know, that's those exceptions, you know. But they don't say, oh, he the best this, he the best that. You know, he the best this, best that. You know. You know, Jalen Rose played against Jordan and Kobe. You know. You know, he give him respect due, but he'll go jock riding like Kendrick Perkins. He the best athlete ever. You was an athlete, Kendrick Perkins. You should think you was the best, you know, athlete ever. You know, it's just like, you know, I got a wife and I say, Halle Berry, the finest woman ever, for example. You know, I ain't gonna say that to her. You know, I ain't gonna right now publicly. I'm married saying this woman, this particular model is the finest woman ever. You know, alive or whatever. You know, come on, Kendrick Perkins. That man a LeBron lover, and one of the top ones. You know, he went up some notches. You know, cause Brian Windhorst the number one. Now don't Shannon Sharp is a ultimate LeBron lover, but the first LeBron lover, and I think it's the ultimate one, is Brian Windhorst. And then you start going down the line to Shannon Sharp, Nick Wright, you know, Stephen A. Smith, who else? Kendrick Perkins is up there with Shannon Sharp. Like he a notch below Shannon Sharp. And then Nick Wright. Like those the top four. Nick Wright, Shannon Sharp, Kendrick Perkins, and Brian Windhorst. See, but the difference is Nick Wright and Shannon Sharp, they don't be looking mad like they're gonna jump on Skip Bayless or whoever, you know, they on the panel with. Cause that video I showed you, look how mad Kendrick Perkins was looking. You know, I paused it to show y'all how mad he was looking when idiot Matt said that Kawhi Leonard is the best. You know. Nah, I don't think. Well, I ain't know Drake. Darko Milicic before the draft. You know, I would have picked LeBron at 2. Now, what I know now that he 3-6 in the finals and ain't clutch. Now I probably would have picked Wade number 1, but it wouldn't been Darko. You know, at number 1. But yeah, so Kendrick Perkins was looking mad at that split screen thing. You know, yeah, he did. He didn't play much. He wasn't a factor, and they would have won without him. You know, but Kendrick Perkins was looking physically mad. You know, like Nick Wright and all, you know, they LeBron lovers to their heart. But you know, when Skip Bayless or whoever, be on first thing first say that, LeBron at the best, they'll just brush it off like, oh, you don't know what you talking about, or laugh it off like Shannon Sharp do, you know. But Shannon Sharp don't be looking angry like he just gonna lash out at Skip Bayless or Rob Parker, or somebody like that because they say LeBron James ain't good. But Kendrick Perkins was looking so mad. If they was in the same room, I think he was probably trying to jump on Idiot Max. I don't want Idiot Max to get hurt or beat up or something, for that. Just for saying, just for talking. But Kendrick Perkins was ready to get at, start yelling and stuff. And on the panel with Jay Williams, Idiot Max, Kendrick Perkins, that another guy, I forgot his name. But the other two guys said LeBron James is the best. But when Max was explaining that Kawhi Leonard is the best, Jay Williams and the other guy, they were looking either befuddled or just looking like indifferent and just wait for just to hear what Idiot Max had to say. But Kendrick Perkins, he started looking mad and started screaming and went down on LeBron, Scottie Pippen, James retrospective. All the stuff he did, everything, like he know it by heart. He know it because he a LeBron lover. LeBron feed him stuff to say. Lashing out at Kyrie and all that, only because it's the opposite of what LeBron James, because LeBron James go play. Kawhi Leonard said don't play. You shouldn't play. So that's the opposite of LeBron. So he sent this attack dog, Kendrick Perkins, to call Kyrie Irving stupid and shut up and all this other stuff, So, let's just keep it real here. That we did, So, yeah, Perk is a goof. He a stole. Not because he a LeBron lover. Shannon Sharp a LeBron lover. I don't think he a goof. He just a LeBron lover. But Kendrick Perkins, he just a LeBron lover, Kendrick Perkins. Let me look on his Twitter. He have pictures. Oh, I was LeBron James lover since I was 16 years old. That's what he said. Kendrick Perkins. Let's see. I tried to find some tweets he made. He called Kyrie Irving bird brain. I saw the clip. I think somebody asked me is a clip of Kendrick Perkins was crying or something. I saw the clip where, he touching the eye or whatever, but and they mocking him for it. You know what I'm saying? That Kendrick Perkins, boy. He was just ripping Kyrie Irving. And KD called the man a sellout. I don't know what context he used when he said that. And I just saw the Stephen A. Smith thing. He wiping his eye and everything. I said, listen, man. You defend LeBron to the end of the earth for some reason. You know, everybody know you biased, and then you showing us that picture confirm that you biased. You know, I told him LeBron James, which he did by the way. LeBron James could go 0 for something. You know, 0 for 15 on the field, and they lose the game. You'll still blame somebody else. You know, and that was Shannon Sharp do too now. You know, when they win, he gonna Shannon Sharp. Oh, he a GOAT James, Skip Bayless. He could do everything better than Jordan. When they lose, LeBron James, he was just playing facilitate. He'll make excuses. Oh, he was playing facilitate this game. Oh, Skip Bayless, this is 17 years, Skip Bayless. You know, that's a lot of miles on those tires. He'll make these excuses. He said that last year when Scottie Pippen James missed the playoffs. Talk about he got all them years. You know, he's 16 years in the league and all this other stuff. But soon as he had a good game this current NBA season, I guess, I ain't hear nothing about he got that many years. You know, of course he gonna have the, you know, he get older. He came out there with a GOAT mask. That's what he did. You know, but when they lose, oh, he played 17 years. What you expect? You know, Skip Bayless. You know, Shannon Sharp too biased. You know, and then doing the last days where you talk about some bias, Shannon Sharp, but he was using every opportunity to bash Jordan. Okay? He was bashing Jordan now. He wasn't bashing him hard to Kendrick Perkins, but he still was bashing Jordan, you know. Saying that GOAT James is GOAT James. GOAT James is better than Jordan. That's false. Okay? And then the people, they look at the documentary, they can tell that was false. You know, if LeBron, I know he gonna make one. If LeBron James make a documentary, I want to see how he gonna explain him quitting, and versus Boston, the decision following Wade, the Maverick series, and when Kawhi Leonard ran him out of out of Miami, and I guess the others he could make excuses, you know, that kind of make sense. But those the main things I want to see. How he go dance around, and also the 66 win team. How he go dance around that? I want to see that documentary, you know, of him and see what he. And then knowing LeBron, if he make the documentary, they'll show him coming into the league. This how his documentary gonna be. Y'all ready? They're gonna show him coming into the league. That Detroit game, but they gonna skip over the fact he got swept. He ain't gonna even mention that. It just gonna show him in high school. Then they gonna show him coming into the league. You know, they're gonna show the Detroit game. They gonna omit the finals where he got swept. They gonna omit the 66 win series. They're gonna omit when he quit in Boston. They go dance around. They go try to spin the decision. If for charity, people that against that, they're against charity. That what y'all LeBron Love was telling me. He was doing that for charity. That's why, you know. That's why he did it. So he gonna try to shame us into saying something like, you say something bad about that, you're against helping children, which is false. So he gonna use that spin for the decision. And the Maverick series, he go to omit that. You ain't go, if you watch the documentary, you ain't gonna know about any of that. Okay? The Maverick series. And then they gonna show the 2 titles. They go omit when Ray Allen saved them. He don't even mention that. You know. Like watch the documentary, you just go think at 2013, they just won the finals outright. There ain't nobody that saved them or anything. So that's how he gonna review it. At 2014, he gonna admit that he just gonna the documentary just go from him that series when Ray Allen saved him, but they ain't gonna show when Ray Allen saved him. They just gonna skip for 2013 to 2016. Okay. I wanted to go back home, and they go omit when Ray Allen, not Ray, where they already go meet that. They go omit when Richard Jefferson saved them, and they go omit when Kyrie Irving saved them at the end. Okay? And then he go skip. He definitely go skip those 2 years. One of the years he got swept and KD beat him. You don't even know about that. They just gonna go for 2016 to, Magic Johnson came to my house and I signed with the Lakers, and then they go admit the 2019 season when he missed the playoffs. He ain't gonna even mention none of that. So that documentary, it ain't gonna even be 10 parts. That documentary probably gonna be like 2-3 parts. Cause he go just not mention him failing, cause he failed more than he succeed. Let's just keep it real in the NBA. So he just gonna talk about his success, which it wasn't a lot, by the way. And then to pay it, how you go pay it movies by adding in stuff, but to pay it at well, I take that back. He gonna try to make it a 10 part series, but the success part, cause he didn't have a lot of success. It just gonna be about 2 to 3 parts, and he gonna admit all the stuff that I mentioned that he's not gonna even mention, and the rest of the 7 parts, because y'all LeBron love, y'all gonna use this and say he better than Jordan. The other 7 parts gonna talk about racism and my house got sprayed on, somebody sprayed the E word. I do social activism and stuff like that. Gonna be 7 parts of that. Okay, and just 2 to 3 parts of his basketball career, and 7 parts of I'm social active in the community. Jordan ain't never do this and all of that. And y'all LeBron love gonna be salivate and say, see, he better than Jordan. He a better person than Jordan. That don't make him a better basketball player, LeBron lovers. So that's how the documentary gonna be. You know, two it gonna be 10 parts. Two is his career where he gonna take out so much stuff, you know, and the other 8 gonna be I do stuff in the community and racism, police brutality, systematic racism. That gonna be the other 8 parts. And y'all LeBron love go right, y'all go lash out on that. See, he do so much for the community. Jordan ain't never do that. What Jordan did, that would make him the GOAT. yeah, he'll better, cause Jordan is an a-hole. But when we talk about GOAT, we talk about if he's the nicest person in the world. When we talk about who the best player, that's when we say GOAT, we refer to that because, like the greatest player could be a bad guy outside of the court. But, that's a good guy, like the nicest person in the NBA may be a scrub. So we don't judge by if they're a good guy or not. We judge by how they play. You know what I'm saying? Like Kwame Brown may be the nicest person on earth, but he was a scrub. And that's what we talking about, So LeBron James, cause Shannon Sharp, they use that angle, or he most socially active, They use that angle. Shannon Sharp use it. Kendrick Perkins, all the LeBron lovers use it pretty much. Nick Wright, he use it. Cause they know when we talk about strictly basketball, there's no debate that Michael Jordan better than that role player. There's no question. Okay? Because Floyd Mayweather is an a-hole, but he a great boxer, So I don't have to go to I don't have to hang out with Floyd Mayweather. oh, he a good, to see if he a bad guy or not, But I know that he a great boxer, and LeBron James, he a role when they go on the court, he a role player. And then, off the court, he say some crazy stuff, about we getting hunted every day. So I asked the guy who's supposed to be LeBron James yesterday, I asked him, do he get hunted when he go to his mailbox? Or when he go, he did a video, LeBron, Scottie Pippen James did, of him riding his bicycle through LA like a couple of weeks ago. I asked the LeBron impersonator yesterday, was he getting chased when he recording that video? Because you being hunted. And then I asked him, was it just a rich thing? Like, if it rich black people, they get hunted? And regular black people don't? Because I never got hunted. So I asked him questions like that. If it's just a rich thing or, you know, you know, and you worth all these millions of dollars, you getting hunted versus I ain't worth that much, so I don't get hunted. I asked him these questions. If he LeBron James, he should be able to answer it. You know. So he said Brentwood. So I guess he get chasing Brentwood, I guess. Whatever that, I said, man, you need to move. I suggest that LeBron James move yesterday if I were talking to him, which we wasn't, but I was just playing alone. I said, well, you need to move from your neighborhood. You getting hunted. They already spray painted your house with the N word apparently. Now you getting hunted when you walk out the house. That's not a safe neighborhood, man. You worth more money than we'll ever see. So you go get an island or something. And I would think, I said, well, Kobe was staying in LA. He ain't never say nothing about, I was thinking about people. Like yesterday, I brought up the fact. I said, well, Magic Johnson's been staying in LA for 40 years. He never said that his house got vandalized and he got to run to the house. Like every time you walk to the car, he got to do a beeline to the house because it's an angry mob or racist waiting for him. He never said that. Kareem been in LA since the mid-70s. He never said he got hunted down and all this other stuff. Wilt Chamberlain, he was there for a short amount of time. He never said that either. And he played in the 60s and stuff. Like, if it were going to happen, it was going to happen with them, with Kareem and Wilt, But it never did. Magic Johnson said, yeah, man, LA, man, I got to run. I got to wear ride gear to walk to my car because they out there hunting me down. And Kobe been staying there, God rest his soul. He been staying there since the mid-90s. He never said that ever happened to him. Shaq, he was there for a amount of time. He never said, these are the people that never said it. The people I just mentioned, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, Michael Cooper, he never said it. People spray paint the N-word in my house, man. I'm getting hunted in LA. He never said it. AC Green, they never said it. Eldon Campbell ain't never said it. Byron Scott, he never said that happened. James Worthy, Klay Thompson, dad ain't never said it. So what this coming from? LeBron, Norm Nixon, he never said it. They ain't never said that they house got spray painted. And they had to run to the store. They got to physically run because they getting hunted. But LeBron, he getting hunted. So I guess it's a rich thing. You got to be, because, I don't know. You know, do anybody from California? Is that common in California for that to happen? You know, I know one of my coworkers. She from California. I should ask her. I should ask her live, but I don't know what she'll be doing right now. And just be on live and answer the question. Say, hey, you know, when you when growing up in California, did you ever got hunted? You know, she'll just think I'm joking and laugh it off. I'm like, well, I'm just wondering because LeBron James said he got hunted. He get hunted literally every day. You know, I say he probably get confused. You know, then when I look back at what he said. He probably got confused because you know the Clippers they play in L.A. and you know Kawhi and Paul George they do be giving it to LeBron on that court, Patrick Beverly and stuff. So he probably thinking, you know, he probably got confused or something because they give him a beating on the court every time they play, and they go give him a beat him in the playoffs if the Blazers don't beat them. You know, well I put it like this: if the Blazers don't make it to the playoffs, uh, LeBron don't have to worry about the Clippers because the Blazers are gonna beat the Lakers. You know, because Dame Lillard said he was gonna do it. You know, and I believe him. He gonna beat LeBron in the playoffs. So y'all up there praying, y'all up there trying to do some kind of voodoo or anything y'all could think of. So Dame Leonard don't play LeBron in the first round. Y'all that the most fear. Y'all already scared of the Clippers. That evident, you know. But when Dame Lillard said that 2 weeks ago, we gonna beat them. Y'all scared now. You know, y'all are scared. And I don't want to hear any crap about you know, the COVID-19, you know, so that's why he lost. I don't want to hear anything about that. Okay? You know. So hold on for 1 second, y'all. I'm back now. I just used the bathroom right quick and checking my doors were locked. And but I've been battling a stopped up nose and stuff. So for a couple of days, I get this fan. You know, I got a but you know, like the central air great, but you know, I like some of the red coolness on me, and I guess for better or for worse, I wake up sometime with a stopped nose and everything. So sneezing, so I have some Kleenex with me in the bed. So when I get when my nose gets stopped up, you know, I just use it there, and I got the trash can, you know, right by me in the room. So I just sneeze, or sometimes I run into the bathroom and sneeze. But anyway, you know, stop nose, man, that's the worst feeling. That, allergies, you know, in the back of your throat itch or whatever, or your ear itch. You know, sinuses, allergies, one of the two. Uh, I don't know. Like, to be honest, like when I had headaches and stuff, cause I had a headache like last week too, and I was looking at the symptoms and stuff of COVID. You know, cause cause it described like a real severe flu, and I looked at some of the symptoms, and I was like, well, I don't have I don't think I don't have any of these symptoms. I looked at the official site, COVID symptoms. Fever, chills. I don't think I have a fever. Cough. No, I don't cough. Uh, Shortness of breath. No, I don't have trouble breathing. Fatigue. No. If anything, I'm not tired. Muscle and body aches. No, other than the day when I worked out for the first time, you know, your muscle go get sore like the next couple of days. But that was tied to that, and after that day, it didn't happen anymore. Headaches, well, that is a symptom, a headache. I loss of taste or smell. No, sore throat. No, congestion, a running nose. Yes. But I think that tied with the fan, with me having a cool air on me, because other than that, like during the day, my nose don't be stopped up and stuff like that. So I tie that to that. Nausea or vomiting, no. Diarrhea, no. So other than headaches and congestion and running nose, everything else I don't experience. Blush, bluish lips or face. Called 911. You got a bluish lips or face. No inability to wake or stay awake. No, I don't have that inability. If anything, I need to go to sleep. New confusion. I don't know what that is. Trouble breathing. Persistent pain or pressure in the chest. But I think I do need to get tested. I don't think these symptoms, I time the different things, but I don't have all these symptoms like that. You know. So I should they offering free testing points around the city or whatever. You know, can you hoop IRL? What IRL mean? Oh, in real life. Yeah, I could play. You know, I ain't good enough to play on the team or nothing. But yeah, yeah, I figured out what it was. IRL. Yeah, I could play. You know, I had to get like I think I said it before. Like around the end of 2012, that was around the time my grandmother died in October. So around that time, I wasn't playing as much. And then I moved to this apartment in 2013, and I didn't play really in years. And then when I started to work out 2 years ago, I started getting back into playing last last year, like January or December 18. January of 19. And then, once I got back accustomed to running back and forth on the court, or whatever, I actually go to the Y probably like once or twice a month. Since I got the Y membership, I go in there and play against some guys and stuff like Sunday afternoon. Cause the Y they open up at 2, I believe, and they stay open to about 6 on Sundays. And from what I see, there when the majority of people be there. And then I had to get accustomed to playing. I had to get accustomed to playing ball inside too, because growing up and playing, like 90% of me playing basketball was outside on the outside courts in the park and stuff. So I hated playing inside courts. I just didn't like playing inside of the court, inside courts or whatever. But last year, I had to get adjusted to playing that and in indoors. You just the feel. I'm 5'9". It's just the feel of the court. It's just something about because when I was growing up, we didn't have, and we had local gyms, but we didn't have no car or anything to go there. So the only thing that left to play was the outdoor concrete courts or whatever. The black top, they weren't black, but And so I just started playing when I was 15, you know. And then once I got my car, me and my friends, we used to go like, since we had a vehicle, we could go to other places in the city and play people. Yeah, up to that point, I didn't like. Let us say I was playing consistently from the age 15 to let's see, let's say about 15 years from that point. You know, I was playing basketball from 15 to about consistently at about 30. Then I took a break. I didn't play from 2013 to 2018. So I've been playing 15 years consistently, from 15 to 30, and or 29, 30. And I think I play on the indoor court probably like less than 10 times. You know, cause we just played outside. It's more accessible to everybody. On Sundays, that when a lot of people play. Most gyms don't be open. At least in my town, it wasn't open. And you can just go up there and play. You don't have to worry about going into the building or if the building closed and stuff like that. So out of those 15 consecutive years of playing, like I probably played indoor probably like less than 10 times. 10 times or less. You know. Yeah, but I love, I got the, joy started back playing basketball, like, you know, again, I still had the ball by well, rather, I had to buy another ball, for indoor for the Y, but I still prefer to play outdoor. But when I go in where the Y has been on, they changed the times. Cause usually I go first thing in the morning 2 times a week, but since the COVID, they open up at 8, and I be at work during the week at 8. So but anyway, I bought a ball specifically for indoors, and so I could like use it for the Y, or whatever. Cause those balls at the YMCA suck, and I play against some the guys that be there and whatnot sometimes. Sometimes I just go into a half court by myself, just run and shoot and stuff. Cause I had to get back accustomed to playing and shooting and stuff like that. Cause I didn't play, for 5 years. Really. So I had to get back into, the fundamentals and stuff still were there, but I just had to get back to uh running screens and jumper and all, like running and shooting and stuff. But I got back into how I used to play real quick. It ain't like I had a bag of tricks, but I know how to play. You know. But it definitely gonna be 5 hours a night. But I think I'm gonna get checked for the COVID. Um, Avery said he think he had it, and I probably had it. I just didn't have any severe symptoms or whatever. Cause I think that could, your age and stuff could play into it too. Like my mama age, she'll have more noticeable symptoms versus like somebody my age or younger or whatever. In some cases, I'm not a doctor, so I did from what I seen. Like, cause Donovan Mitchell them had it, but they wasn't looking sickly and stuff like that. And they just looking normal. So if I had it, I didn't know I had it. You know, yeah. And but I still get confused with somebody in their late 20s and stuff. I think a lot of like 30 or whatever. Cause the girl yesterday that I said that I told was a midget, she thought I was like 30 years old till I told her my age. I said, "No, I'm in my mid 30s." You know, I think that due to the fact that I don't smoke. Now I'm not. I'm just going by from stuff I see. Like people my age, they look like they like in their 50s, or they look a mess rather. Versus I still look youthful, and I think that contributed to me not drinking and not smoking and doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause now I do drink a wine cooler every now and then, probably like 2 times a year. Like I get a Mike's Hard Lemonade. As far as alcohol, that's the one of the lowest alcohol content drinks you could drink. You know, so Mike's Hard, cause I had my first drink when I was 30. So I wasn't the one when I turned 21. I went and got a thing. Like my first drink when I was 30 years old, and then it was like a Seagram, whatever it called. It was like those type of drinks, you know. So those fruit things, I think got 5% alcohol, and based on me, that's probably the strongest I could go. I tried a fruit green apple one that was 8%. I was at home when I drunk it. It was 8% alcohol, and it was green apple. Man, my head was spinning and everything. So I knew then that I'm not gonna go to anything above 5, which is fine, you know. And so, well, anyway, like when I do get something like that, it'll be like a Mike Hard Lemonade. It come in the 6-pack or whatever. The bottles, the glass bottle, and I'll probably get them twice a year, like on either 4th of July, or I get it that 4th of July weekend or whatever, and I just drink one a day, or 1 or 2 that weekend, and then the next week I drink 2 to 3 that weekend, the next weekend, and it'll be all gone. Or I drink 1 for lunch, 1 for dinner, and then the next day 1 for lunch, 1 for dinner, and then like the 2 I drink probably the next weekend, and it'll be gone. Or Red's Apple Ale, I think that's 5% too. That's good too. But anyway, I get the 6 pack like 4th of July or Christmas, that week of Christmas, cause usually that when I be off or take off, or the week of Thanksgiving, or alternate, So 2 6 packs a year with 5% apples ales or Mike Hard lemonade. But other than that, cause I ain't never really, had a taste for it like that. So, so I just get it sparingly. And then also I never smoked a cigarette either, or smoke, marijuana or anything like that. I think that helps, you know, cause some people I went to school with, they still look like some of the females, they look like what they look like in high school, pretty much. But I think with the women, now this is what I noticed. Now I don't know. Now there ain't no science behind this, but the women that I know from high school, like people who finish before me or with me or like below me or whatever, below, a year after me, a year before me, or my year, like the females who that were fine in high school, that were nice to everybody, and then act snobbish or like an a-hole and stuff. And you look at them today, they still fine, or whatever. And some still look pretty much the same. And some got better, from what I saw. But the females who acting like a-holes and snobbish and they nose stuck up, I look at them now, but they got fat, they slobs, and they look a mess. Cause I remember one female that had her nose turned. I saw her. She was working like at Subway. You know, I was working at my previous job when I was commuting, and then I went into Subway in town like after I got off, cause I remember I had on my business casual stuff, and then she was like, man, I should have tried to talk to you in school. I said, well, thank you for the company. If that's a company, I guess thanks, but I'm not really interested. you know, I think I said something like that. That been a while ago, but she look a mess. She ain't look a mess in high school, but she look a mess now. You know, so I know I should have tried to talk to you in high school. I was like, well, thank you for saying it, but I ain't really, looking for a relationship or anything right now. You know, I said something along those lines. So I got my food and left. You know. But it be like that, man. I just contribute. Also I contribute to me looking youthful, like just drinking water. I ain't strict with my diet. I mentioned this yesterday. Like I'm only gonna eat this. I'm never gonna eat that. I ain't like that. I'm just gonna eat less of the bad stuff. Versus more. Of the good stuff you should eat or whatever. I think that helps too. And for skin and everything, cause I had acne growing up and stuff. Like as a teenager or whatnot, up into my 20s, it wasn't like severe, but it was like spots and stuff on my face. And then I decided to strictly drink water. I'll put it to you like this: drink water 85 to 90% each week, like bottled water and stuff like that. Like in the mid 2000s, and my face cleared up like within 2 years, a year or two rather. I get a pimple here and there, but it wasn't like it was in my 20s, in like my early 20s and late teens. You know, like all them spots, all that junk cleared up. You know, and then I started using better. Cause growing up, we didn't have. I didn't use no body wash. I ain't know nothing about that. So we use the bar soap to wash our face and our body when we were bathing and stuff. I think that hurt it too. As far as breaking out or whatever. But I just decided I was just gonna drink water like 90% of the time each week. Give and take it be less or more. Um, and then they cleared up. My face cleared up. So yeah, cause as you get older, you got to start watching your health and whatnot. You know, that's why I started working out. Started back, trying to get back in shape and stuff in 2018. Cause heart problem. Cause I know, cause it was a person that passed away about 2 weeks ago. He was around my age. He had a heart attack. Deep told me. He showed me the picture of the guy. I said, yeah, we played ball with him, such and such. I said, what he died from? He said, a heart. I said, a heart attack? He in his 30s. He said, man, he got big, man. He started having problems. So, because it's on you. Well, I don't know if how common it is, but usually when I see somebody have a heart attack and problem like that, they either more like real obese or like, much older. But not anybody in their 30s, At least I ain't never heard anything like that. Unless they had some pre-existing condition, like since they was children and stuff, Because I was 210. That was just amazing. When I started working out, I got on the scale. That thing said 210. And that was in the morning. I had nothing but boxes on. I used the bathroom. I just flushed myself out before I jumped on that scale that first day of going back to the gym. And that thing said 210. 210 point something. I said, God, leave. And so I started going, But, well, let me go ahead and get off because I'm getting sleepy. And I'll talk to y'all later, folks. Have a good rest of the day or night or whatever area y'all stay in. Peace.